Well, tomorrow, the El Paso Athletic Hall of Fame will welcome the class of 2023. But before tomorrow's induction ceremony, today there was a news conference where we got to learn a little more about the inductees. We also got to take a look at their plaques that will soon be on display at the Don Haskins Center. 8 inductees from various sports, to baseball, basketball, track and field, even pro wrestling. And we've done individual profiles on each inductee, and you can find those stories right now at kvia.com. And tonight is our last profile, and this one is near and dear to my heart. As a huge wrestling fan, I've always wondered why Eddie Guerrero wasn't in the Hall of Fame. Well, finally, he's getting the recognition he deserves. I spoke with his sister earlier today, who will be accepting the honor on her brother's behalf. It's been nearly 18 years since Eddie's death, but as you'll see, not even the passage of time can hold back the legacy of Eddie Guerrero.
And being the great, happy El Pasoan and proud El Pasoan my brother was, I'm sure he's rejoicing up in heaven.
Viva la raza!
From his athleticism in the ring to his sense of humor,
We were sent by the organization of Santa Maria de Guadalupe de Santo Niño.
Eddie Guerrero was one of the best. The youngest of the legendary Guerrero family, El Paso's first family of lucha libre. His father, Gory Guerrero, and his 3 older brothers, Chavo, Mondo, and Hector. A graduate of Jefferson High School, Eddie was a member of the wrestling team. When he got into pro wrestling, he didn't have to look far for help.
Eddie would constantly look at my dad, and if my dad, would be eating or something, looking out, and he'd like shake his head, and Eddie's like, oh, what am I doing wrong? So he'd come in and ask Dad, what am I doing wrong? So then my dad would go out there and help him.
Well, practice makes perfect, and Guerrero would do just that, working his way to the top, becoming the world champion in the WWE. Guerrero's sister, Linda Rodriguez, recalled just how proud she was of her brother and her curiosity at the time about that cool championship belt.
Gosh, Eddie, that's so nice. He goes, you want to touch it? And I go, can I? And he goes, yeah. So I touched it, and then he put it on himself, like he put it over his shoulder, and I said, oh, Eddie, that fits you so well. And he had the biggest smile, and he said, with the grace of God, I'm here, Linda. I go, yes, you are, brother, and you well deserve it.
In 2005, Guerrero died unexpectedly of acute heart failure. He was just 38 years old. The following year, in 2006, he was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame.
When he got inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, I still get chills.
And now another Hall of Fame induction awaits, although this one took a lot longer.
It's about time. Sorry, I know. I just, overjoyed. It's been a while. But I'm so glad he has it. It's just been amazing for all of us. I just wish my mom would have been here to see this.
It took a while for voting members to consider pro wrestlers for induction. It wasn't until 2020 that Gory Guerrero became the first pro wrestler to be inducted into the El Paso Athletic Hall of Fame. And now, 3 years later, his son will join him.
And he's proud to be right next to his dad, the man he looked up to, our hero. So I feel great when I see people wearing my brother's shirts. I've seen, I work for an airline, and when I see people come on with his shirt, I always have to take a picture. It's always wonderful to see that my family is still well remembered and loved.
The El Paso Athletic Hall of Fame induction ceremony, again, is tomorrow. We will be live streaming the event at kvia.com. And again, if you want to learn more about all the inductees, you can go to our website, kvia.com. There's your look at sports. We'll send things over to Eric.
All right, Adrian. An artificial intelligence engine has generated images of typical homes in the U.S. We'll show you what it came up with for the typical El Paso home. What's next?